Guys, we're gonna watch a new trailer for Dune.
Copyright claim.
But first, we got a video sponsor from a guitar.
Oh!
Donner Music Instruments, baby.
A whole music company. They could get guitars, they got keyboards, drums, recording equipment, anything you need.
The second they hit us up, I was like, yeah, I want a guitar.
They make a lot of great stuff and it's all affordable. Why don't we just let the music speak for itself?
All right, so what John and I are gonna do, we're just gonna pass the guitar back and forth and we're just gonna show off our guitar skills and all this stuff. You know, John, why don't you go first, buddy? Let's try some chili peppers.
All right.
Can't. How do you bar again? It's Hurt by Johnny Cash. That's all I know. 2, 3, 4. I think something's wrong with the strings.
Oh no, we can replace all the strings. At Donner.
Remember James Blunt? Goodbye, my lover. Well, guys, if you want to be as great of a guitar player as both John and I, go pick up yourself a Donner musical instrument today.
My planet Arrakis is so beautiful when the sun is low. Rolling over the sands, you can see spice in the air.
Let the spice flow.
The outsiders ravage our lands in front of our eyes. Their cruelty to my people is all I've known. What's to become of our world? Paul.
That Hans Zimmer score, man.
Duncan, can I trust you with something?
Yes, always. You know that.
I've been having dreams about a girl on Arrakis. I don't know what it means.
Dreams make good stories. But everything important happens when we're awake. Hey, you. Put on some muscle? No.
We are House Atreides. There is no call we do not answer. There is no faith that we betray.
Smile, Gurney. I am smiling.
The Emperor asks us to bring peace to Arrakis. House Atreides, accept!
Oh boy.
I know you. There's something awakening in my mind.
You need to face your fears.
I'm gonna conquer fear.
Come with me.
Dude.
Ready? You never met Harkonnens before. They're not human, they're brutal.
The Duke's son sees too much.
This is why Dune. Kill them all.
He said the title. He said the title.
God in heaven.
Get everything with guns off the ground! Go!
This is an extermination.
Wow.
They're picking my family off one by one.
Let's fight like demons.
It's badass.
Dad, what if I'm not the future of House Atreides?
A great man doesn't seek to lead. He's called to it. But if your answer is no,
That's scary.
my son, if anything happens, will you protect Paul?
With my life.
Only together can we stand a chance.
Oh, great. That looks awesome. What a fantastic score. Holy crap.
Yeah,
That was an amazing score. That's gonna be the new workout song. The workout song right there.
Yeah, as you learn to conquer fear.
Yeah, on the Stairmaster.
On the Stairmaster. That's perfect.
That's what I'm gonna
That's
be
the
doing.
play.
Well, I hope this movie makes a gazillion dollars.
It needs to, I think.
This is one movie for Denis Villeneuve's sake that I'm hoping is able to climb its way to way surpassing its budget. Bottom line, this must be seen in the theaters. You will not be seeing an HBO Max reaction from us. This one needs to get a sequel because this is only a part one, right? Yeah. Because as someone who is a big Dune fan, oh, you just gonna let me have this moment, could you? You just gonna, okay, fine. You want to be a Dune expert? You're just like, all right. I prepared a whole bit about how I read only the first 3 pages, but now, okay, you're gonna bring in your book. Go ahead, dude, go. Sound smart. Talk about Paul Atreides and all that. Go for it. Go. I said go.
This looks like Dune. I'm curious to know what Dune fans think because it's honing in on the action and the spaceships and the sci-fi and the sandworms.
Was that worth it? Was that worth overtaking my? Just gonna let me have it. You just got to be like, oh, he's bringing out his book. I'm gonna bring out my book now. This is what I was hoping
this conversation would be like.
Way to go, John. Thank you.
I'm never gonna do that again.
You know what's funny is once I brought my book, I'm like, I bet John's gonna bring out his book. I knew it. I just knew it.
I don't even have a book. I don't know what you're talking about.
All right, guys. Well, John, thank you for that amazing input there. Way to overshadow my hilarious bit.
Good 3 pages though, right? It's good 3 pages.
Hopefully before this movie comes out, I'll finish that Bible over there. I mean, I've seen at least the last adaptation. What's being pulled off here looks obviously grand and epic and all of its scale. The cast itself is probably the most appealing part to me. I don't know about you guys, but once Thanos said, I am smiling, it's like, how do you not think of Thanos saying that, you know what I mean?
But this does put a smile on my face.
Everything about here looks very emotionally swelling. It goes without saying, you know, Denis Villeneuve, one thing that he's a master of is crafting with his cinematographer, and the composition of this whole thing just feels so glorious to behold. And I think that there is a lot of emotional pull to be happening here. However, it's Dune. I think this trailer is doing its best to keep it as focused as possible. Not that I think it would be disjointed, it's just this trailer gives you a real, we're ramping up to war, we're ramping up to battle vibe, you know? It's probably gonna be way more deliberate, a lot more ethereal in the way how it's all done. I imagine the tone will probably have more of this like menacing vibe underneath it all, but it's gonna be way slower than what this trailer's probably trying to tell you. It's a trailer, so it's gotta pitch you on the epicness, it's gotta pitch you on the build. You got your protagonists and the villains, and then you got some mystery, you know, clouded, but they're trying to keep it mainly on just this one plot about Paul Atreides having to overcome his fear for his family, go against the bad guys, but there's gonna be so many like things to explore throughout here. That's the thing with Denis Villeneuve's films, is they always have like a pulsating trailer, but then you watch the movies, and especially with the property that is Dune, it's gonna be a long, dramatic sci-fi movie.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, this definitely has those earmarks of like a real epic that, you know, has all those production values of like a Lord of the Rings rather than like a summer sci-fi action blockbuster. So like that combined with what I know about Denis Villeneuve has me excited about this. Like, as a trailer, it's really cool. It does remind me a lot of the previous Dune, just in what they're showing us, and in that this has to kind of surpass that and be the movie that movie very much was not. I am curious to see what the actual, you know, conceptual side of the movie winds up being, because if there's one thing I know about Dune, it inspired many, you know, sci-fi action swashbucklers, but it's not really about that itself. It's much more, society, religion, emotion, you know, things like that. And so that's kind of the main thing I'm still curious about, because like all the designs and effects and every physical element looks really beautiful, and as a sci-fi world, I mean, it looks quite desolate, but it's very wonderfully hewn. So yeah, now I'm just like awaiting to see what, you know, qualitative stuff is going to set it apart, because at least on the action and the, you know, sci-fi side, it looks amazing.
I think on a challenge such as this, for something like Dune, weirdly for adapting a film, you got so many characters here. I think when you have an ensemble of this caliber, it can be very easy to go, I really like this actor. I really love this guy's performance. The part that can honestly kind of be the most challenging, and this might piss off some people, but kind of hear me out if you can try to hear me out. For a journey on this scale, we have to really care about Timothée Chalamet. We have to really be emotionally invested in him and not feel this sort of detachment. The trailer's showing you so many things. Sometimes I can find that to be the case on a first installment when you have this many characters going around and with the kind of character Paul Atreides is. After what Denis Villeneuve did with Blade Runner 2049, main character was Ryan Gosling, and granted, Ryan Gosling doesn't have to speak at all and you could be really invested in him. But how much investment I had in his character in that movie, I feel like it'll translate over to here as well. I just think when you're adapting something like Dune, oftentimes you get really caught up in everything else. The themes, the production design, as great as it looks, it feels like plausible, realistic adaptation that you can do to it. It feels a little more grounded in its approach. Same time though, when you got this level of cast and characters, like, we have to really make sure that the main thing so is that we're invested in our main hero.
Yeah. The script has to be on point.
Yeah, because you got all sort of caster. Jason Momoa looks great. Everyone looks great. Jason Momoa, Timothée Chalamet, Oscar Isaac. Thanos, Poe, Drax,
Willy Wonka. Yeah, man. Stellan Skarsgård. Yeah, isn't Chalamet Willy Wonka?
Yeah. Oh, damn, David Dastmalchian's in this too. I love that guy.
He's got like one shot from afar in this trailer.
That might sound like the most obvious thing to say. I do think that could be the linchpin in between making this movie that much more of a success.
You gotta surpass Kyle MacLachlan. He is sort of an it actor, so for me, I am sort of like, okay, I am waiting to see him really, arise to this role, and I'm hoping that the movie, doesn't lose him in the overall scope of just adventure and spice and interdimensional ability.
Well, I think with the landscape and kind of the mood that Dune provides, everything feels very desolate. So naturally, when you're looking at the performances here, other than a few moments of some charm and some yelling and whatever, and I'm the biggest fan of subtle acting, I think when you're in an environment like this or a movie like this, usually that it lends itself to a bit of a characters feeling a little bit hollow or detached. I don't mean that in a
world.
Yeah, I don't mean that in a bad way. It just makes it a little bit more challenging in a movie like this to get you that much more invested in your characters.
Everyone's a stoic badass.
Just has to save the cat at one point.
Absolutely.
Save the sand cat.
Save a sandworm.
All right, guys. Well, what did you think about the Dune trailer? I think it looks awesome. It looks absolutely beautiful. The music is just, wow, that was enriching as hell. Leave your thoughts down below. Subscribe, click that bell, hit that like button. We'll catch you guys soon. I hurt myself today. Trying to do the 9-inch bits with Johnny Cash.
Absolutely, over the Johnny Cash chords, the much more easy to play chords.